George Walker Bush, do solemnly swear.
That I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States.
That I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States.
Bush has taken control of the White House through an election that was basically an apartheid election. 5 months before the election was held in November of 2000, George Bush's brother, Jeb, who's the governor of Florida, and the Secretary of State of Florida, who's in charge of the voting, who happened to also be the chairwoman of his presidential campaign, Katherine Harris. So you have his campaign chief, he got his brother as the governor running the election, and they took advantage of it.
Jeb Bush and Katherine Harris and the Secretary of State made a deal with a private company, spent $4 million, gave it to DBT, Database Technologies, to purge the voter rolls.
We have a statute that says we have to have a private company to do this. We put it out for bid. They got the bid, and I think I'm done with this interview.
Wait, well, let me just show you the contract, if I could. Mr. Roberts, wait.
Look, Mr. Roberts, I'm not trying to give you a tough time.
Mr. Roberts?
They made up a list of 94,000 people, and they removed them from the voting rolls of Florida, said they can't vote. The reason they said they can't vote is they said they're all criminals. And in Florida, if you're a convicted criminal, you lose your right to vote. In fact, almost none of them were convicted criminals. Of the 94,000, 91,000 at least were completely innocent of any crime, except that over half of them were guilty of being black or Hispanic.
I've never spent a night in jail. Never have.
Were you ever busted?
No, I had a speeding ticket probably 25, 30 years ago, I guess. Somewhere like that, but that's about it. I'm not.
You think you should be allowed to vote if you had a speeding ticket?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And almost all those voters vote Democratic. Now you have to understand that in the state of Florida, the entire presidency of the United States was determined in the state of Florida by 537 votes. That's it, 537 votes. And then we moved on to a Supreme Court in America, which was basically fixed. In fact, the members who voted to give George Bush the election, one of them actually said, we better stop the vote count in Florida. So the Supreme Court stopped it. It was a completely political decision by people put in by his father and his political allies.
So maybe it's best, rather than saying President Bush, Resident Bush.